the Pleiadian High Council, you are forever connected with our energies, dear scribe, and we'd be happy to come through and answer any questions you may have for us in this moment. We seek to serve you and to serve humanity in every way we can, and an aspect of the delivering of our communications has always been to monitor the energetic feedback in the awakening humanity. We feel the reactions many of you have to our communications, and we feel as well the questions that we know you wish you could ask us directly. We are an open book, dear souls, and we'll be happy to share this book with each of you. Thank you, dear Pleiadians. I wanted to inquire about our recent interview where we discussed the collective vibration being too low for you to yet make yourselves known or make bold contacts. Readers have pointed out that personal contacts have been made throughout our history, and one reader in particular shared their contact story. I'm wondering about the extent to which you can make personal contacts versus that to which you can show yourselves to the collective. PHC, we are happy to provide our perspective on this matter and clarify our intended meaning when we discuss your planet's collective vibration still being too low for a widespread appearance. Individual versus collective contact. We intend to discuss the collective vibration as it stands in this moment in relation to disclosure or an open landing on our part on your dearest Earth, as your general populace is still quite trapped within certain limited states of consciousness that could potentially see them react in a fearful or violent manner if greeted with revelations far outside of their paradigm of understanding. We've been very careful not to overwhelm or startle your collective, and have taken care with the sightings we've given and the personal contacts we've made. There's a difference between one's individual vibration and that of the collective, though we should note that your individual energies feed into your collective consciousness overall. If an individual has planned a brazen initiation into a purer paradigm of understanding in the form of witnessing personal contacts from their guides, who include us in the Pleiadian, Syrian, Arcturian and Andromedan races among so many others, if this is required then it's usually because one's vibratory signature resonates at a level that sees us able to make temporary contact. The general vibration of your collective must reach a certain percentage of being oriented toward peace and toward the light before our presence could be accepted, and in regards to this, subtle and brazen disclosures have long been planned to help your collective cope with everything you'll come to learn, which you can assist in bringing about by sharing your own experiences and what you've come to know and find. Disclosure will help your collective adjust to the necessary states of consciousness and expanded perception that'll see them more easily able to accept our presence, and while we've made plans to contact you previously in brazen ways, such plans have been scrapped in the past in favor of awaiting a better time for humanity to be able to cope with learning the truth of your existence. Your personal veils are going to be shattered in every way, and many of those activated souls who we've contacted personally will be at the forefront of the collective consciousness in the time ahead if they choose to be, helping humanity understand the reality of our presence by discussing the experiences they've gained with your entire populace. Some won't choose to come forth with what they know or understand, and that's okay, for all paths are ultimately honored. Factors preventing disclosure in regards to our inability to exist physically on your world because of the collective vibration. This has to do with our inability to exist on lower or dense vibrational frequencies, as well as with the free will of humanity and the collective's admittedly growing ability to be able to perceive of us and understand our presence. One of the reasons we're unable to exist on your world in the most brazen ways possible is because of the sheer rejection of the idea of our existence that many still employ and the sheer shock that'd result from learning too much at once. It could be difficult for humanity to understand that there are multitudes of galactic races and angelic collectives actively focusing ourselves on humanity's evolution and assisting you in every way we can from the spiritual realms. But it's anticipated that humanity could open up to our presence on your Earth easier when it's understood that we've helped keep your planet safe from disaster various times in the past. We've done this as a part of the overall effort to see humanity ascend and bring your surface with you, and we remain in service to humanity as we make sure that nothing outside of your free will or karmic potentials manifests for your world. Thank you for your flowing response. When you say you're protecting us from potentials that are too far outside of our free will, does this mean that you would intervene in the cabal's attempts to use the United States military to invade Syria on supposed behalf of the rebels? PHC, understand, dear scribe, that the fate of your collective in every country is in your hands in this and every moment. We could show you the potentials that manifest from your cabal's desire to inflame war in that region, and we can say that plans for Western intervention in Syria have dated much farther back than many yet realize. WW3 will never happen. Evidence, likely in the form of documents, could soon surface detailing the cabal's lengthy plans to initiate war in Iraq, Libya, Syria and other countries that they've wanted to use to accelerate aspects of a world war they would have attempted to ignite. We reiterate that the potential for full-on nuclear war or for an escalation of chemical attacks is and will forever be too far outside of humanity's free will to manifest, and that the light has settled in on your planet to the extent that you can each call upon it to help protect and bless Syria and see that no escalation is taken. You can each send your lighted energies toward this and every country embroiled in conflict that has, in many cases, been instated and hyped up by interests who stand to gain from warfare. Much attention is being given to this issue, already, and for good reason. It's important for you to become aware of the affairs of other nations and your cabal's agendas in using such nations for their own gain, as such knowledge is essential to your building of a planetary government run by the people. You could give continual focus to this subject if you wish to, dear scribe, but there's so much more to be focused on in your evolving day and age. There's so much for you to understand in the way of your growing metaphysical perception, and the activities of the cabals at present are designed to do little more than sustain the illusion that they're ahead. The illusion the cabals continue to keep sustained is that they have the upper hand in all affairs, but the awakening public has long become aware of the worst of what they wish to do and are exposing them in every moment. Everything is being shaken up as we mentioned above. You can be an active part of the exposure of these souls, but if you wish to, remember as well that there's so much more to know and understand in the way of your infinite nature as beings of brimming full consciousness. Thank you so much. Keeping in mind what you've just said, I'd love to hear about where events stand energetically in this moment. PHC, as you can see, dear scribe, in the energetic sense everything is being shaken up on your earth. The chaotic node that's been mentioned by other channeled sources is indeed playing out and has been for some time, and we can say that many lightworkers have experienced the effects of this node in one way or another. Your reach coming to reach expanded understandings about yourselves and the reality around you, and you're being asked to examine and re-examine your beliefs and what you feel and know deep within so that an ultimate restructuring and re-solidifying of these beliefs can take place. Simply put, you're adjusting to newer and purer states of consciousness, and everything that isn't based in the reality and purity of the higher realms you're growing toward is being examined and either scrapped or upgraded, to be taken with you into the higher dimensions because such things or beliefs are still meant to resonate with you. Ideas about the metaphysical realms or us souls in these realms will strengthen, or for some, be temporarily tossed aside in favor of other ideas ultimately based in the evolution of your collective. Such souls will eventually return to ideas surrounding our existence and our active involvement in humanity's evolution by way of telepathic communication and light work on your planet. The illusion crafted around your society has been that your physical reality is the only one in existence and that little to no conscious extraterrestrial life has been found beyond your planet, but the reality beyond the veil is that there are endless brimming, advanced and developed societies that you'd consider extraterrestrial. Your entire collective is becoming aware there are more races working with and for the Galactic Federation alone than we could possibly express, and humanity will come to find sacred interaction with each of us as you lighten your planetary vibration to the sufficient levels necessary for us to exist with your general populace. We and many others comprising the company of heaven will continue to make bold personal contacts before individuals who are meant to help lead humanity into the age of light and understanding, and will continue to step up the brazen nature to which we give sightings of our craft as your collective vibration continues to lighten. We'd be remiss if we didn't mention that your collective vibration is lightening in every moment, and this is one reason we're increasingly able to give bolder and more brazen sightings. We're still being quite careful with the manner in which we give these sightings, but we can say with happiness to expect sightings of our craft and films of such sightings to continue to increase on your planet. Your entire collective is becoming aware of our existence steadily and surely, and this process is being guided and divinely led by each of you in every moment. Understood? Thank you so much. As usual, I'm going to wrap this interview up by letting you speak uninterrupted for a little bit longer, with love and appreciation. PHC, we give love and appreciation of the sincerest nature back to you, dear scribe. We possess pure love for the awakening humanity, and we're right here with you, helping to guide and nurture you along your growth as the veils between your realms and ours continue to dissolve and thin to nearly nothing. Every one of you can discover brimming contact with us, and upon doing so you'll understand that our aim is to express to you the love of the higher dimensions we are blessed with existing in. We can happily give our perspective on contemporary matters related to your earth and your collective ascension, as we're much more involved in your earthly affairs than you'd expect us to be. We actively monitor the events playing out on your earth, and have kept an active focus on Syria and every other country experiencing turmoil and warfare at this time. Focus on the joyful aspects of your existence. The energies of the time you're in have been predicted to be chaotic, and as others have, we again reiterate that events won't reach the pinnacle point of destruction that's been predicted in times past. Understand that your Earth and you each are safe and that you have nothing to worry about regarding escalation of chemical, nuclear or any other type of warfare. We say with love that warfare of any kind is and has always been an illusion bent on feeding destruction. How much focus you give warfare beyond the necessary exposure of your cabal's attempts to ignite it determines how much it's fed in your collective and how much it manifests as a result. Focus on the love-filled aspects of your existence as humans and as beings of spirit. Focus on the joyful aspects of existing on your earth, rather than the gruesome or destructive. While making the necessary allowance for exposure of tyranny, continually cleanse your personal vibration with the understanding of the existence of purely blissful realms beyond your conscious perspective. The actions of your cabals in promoting warfare don't have to be a part of your earthly reality, dearest souls, unless you let them. You can lead a completely different earthly existence far away from warfare, turmoil or hatred of any kind, and from that place, you can give balanced stances on various matters facing your planet every day. You're meant to understand that your existence is supposed to be joyous and filled with love and happiness rather than constant pain, strife and disharmony, and we feel that the majority of you reading this communication know this already. When you can keep your personal vibration on an unhindered level of pure love, you can understand that there's nothing to worry about. The actions of tyranny will fade away from your mind and heart, but again, you'll be able to expose them from a place of love. As we make our final impressions for this communication, we continue to impart the purest love we can unto each of you, absorbing our words and impressions. We express appreciation to our dear scribe for bringing us through and holding this discussion with us, and we encourage each of you to seek us within and ask us and the company of heaven overall any questions you may have regarding your ascension or anything else.